currently here in our Orlando studios getting you set for this edition of Madden Ultimate Team on EA Sports. Coming up, we've got a good one in store between the Denver Broncos and the Dallas Cowboys. The Cowboys interplay here tonight knowing they've got a tough one in store for them on the road in a difficult environment. So the big focus is going to be avoiding turnovers and maybe forcing one or two of their own. The opening kick is straight ahead, so it's time to turn it over to my colleagues, Brandon Guyton and Charles Davis with the call. Gentlemen.
One man in the backfield, Elliott. Back to throw. Dez Bryant, the intended receiver, and it's third down. A dime look defensively. Big play coming on third and goal.
They can still blitz out of this look.
So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first. They've got two more to use here in the final stages. Likely the play of the game here, trailing in the final quarter and going for it on fourth and goal. Now Brady got to have this one. And no, it's incomplete. They're turned away on fourth and goal. And that's going to be just about all she wrote for this one. So now let's reset here, Charles. They do have 2 timeouts left, so they can stop the clock twice. This one's not quite over yet.
No, and what you're doing on defense is going to use both timeouts, obviously. But you've got to call defenses.
And now the Cowboys are going to call another timeout. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. They come out with one back and 3 tight ends. Carry number 20 coming up for Anderson. And a nice pickup as this one gets him to the 10-yard line. That second down run, a big help as 7 yards leaves him with just a 3rd and 3 now.
That's why the guy with the headsets is down there. All right, they know what they're doing because they got stuffed on a running play on first down. And I think myself and probably the fans were saying throw the football in this situation. But he knew what he was doing, called another run, and now they got 3rd and short.
Well, Charles, the forecast called for rain throughout the entire game, and we got the entire game, but these two teams, they had fun getting dirty out there. They love the slop.
Did you trust the forecast ahead of time? Or you one of the...
Damn, by the time your ass come to the damn party, send you invite for 2 days.
He's back to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be in.
Man,
Well, that play a
see that screenshot?
that's going to go on the defensive team stat sheet. Won't necessarily reflect in ours, right? The overall game sheet.
Man,
But
hello?
you and I know that they keep count on pressures, hits on quarterbacks, all those things, hoping to increase that throughout the game. And here we are in the fourth quarter, and they got a big one.
He takes it across for the
Yeah, I
touchdown,
can now.
and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the fourth.
Hello?
Wow. Wow.
Man.
So many practices we watched over time where the offense works on scoring late in the game and finding a way to win, as we just saw there.
Just saw it right there. Now can they preserve that advantage that they just got?
No, man.
And they'll get set
Hello?
here looking for the
Hello?
two-point
Hello?
conversion. Brady's going to look to throw. That's caught at the
What the
one.
fuck is that,
And
man?
he will not get there. He comes up short. And they're unable to this lead to a field goal as it'll remain a one-point game. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And with time of factor here, he'll just take a knee, and they'll start things out at the 25. The Broncos offense now gets ready to head back onto the field. They only need a field goal. Obviously, the clock a huge factor. They'll be watching that. What do they need to do here, Charles?
Your sequence of plays has to get you out of bounds. Completions, get out of bounds, gain some yardage. Then when the clock hits 7 seconds or left, now you get a decision. Are you in field goal range, or is it Hail Mary time? Because from 7 seconds down, you don't want to take a shot that you're going to have another play.
We'll see how they handle it. It's a pickup of 21, and it'll give the Broncos a first down. And he did exactly what they needed him to do, Charles. Got out of bounds. They have no timeouts.
And they knew that before the play even began. Still executed it. How many times have we seen it happen where you know it, yet a guy still looking for a timeout or trying to stay in bounds? He got it done.
And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. And now they're in the hurry-up. And he'll spike it here with 13 seconds showing on the clock. And on third down, the Cowboys bring in an extra defensive back. They'll look to throw. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. It's a big play there for the Broncos. 33 yards. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play.
I see you, boy. For a game, man. Dude, this shit gonna be a lot of money when I get through. I'm damn near through, and I got 17 more of these motherfuckers. Might watch this shit. Hold on. Can you read the bottom of this screen? Not the bottom of the screen, the bottom of this. Beat all the backstage challenges and earn a total of 100,000 coins and 6 Ultimate Legend packs. Only 17 more of them motherfuckers to go.
coverage of the NFL is on the air. I'm your host, Larry Ridley, and this is Madden Ultimate Team. On deck, we've got a great matchup in store between the Denver Broncos and the Dallas Cowboys. The Cowboys come into this one ready to roll, but they know it won't be easy, as across the field from them is a team that's equally ready. So we could be in store for some fun.
He can't get a throw off. He's thrown down. What a huge play at this point in the game.
With that, it's time to hook up with our commentators in the booth. So we turn it over to Brandon Guyton
and probably the wise decision there. No one open. He just throws it away. And that keeps the field goal on the table as it's 4th down.
Partner, how many times have you heard it? Pressure creates diamonds, right? But it also bursts pipes. And on that one, that's what they got. They got after him, and he was fortunate just to get rid of it.
Yeah, he just had to chuck it away. And that is incomplete. They can't hook up here on the 4th down pass attempt. And that'll be just about all she wrote for this one. Well, they were looking for a clutch play there on 4th, unable to come up with it.
How about that defense, though, huh? How about that D?
Momentum swing.
And, you know, I remember playing.
And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. A couple of Broncos there in on the tackle. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. Another carry tonight for the workhorse Elliott. And he'll find some space up to about the 25. Call it an 8-yard gain. Much better shape now on 3rd and just a yard. And the defense searches for one more stop here after the run on 2nd down. They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And he's got room. And they finally get him down, but not before he reaches the 34. Well, Charles, the forecast called for rain throughout the entire game and rain throughout the entire game, but these two teams, they had fun getting dirty out there. They love the slop.
Did you trust the forecast ahead of time? Are you one of those guys?
I'm a little...
Welcome in, everyone. I'm your host, Larry Ridley, and this is Madden Ultimate Team on EA Sports. Coming up, we've got a good...
They'll come out in the pistol. They'll start the drive with Elliott. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down.
And that's exactly what you want on a 1st down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
And that's a nice pickup of a 1st down on that 2nd down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that play on any down.
A 1st down carry by Elliott. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
And frankly, Brandon, we're talking about things I'm not sure we ever thought we'd talk about in the NFL, and a lot of that is the speed at the linebacker position. A lot of these guys in college, they were safeties. They moved them up to outside linebacker to combat the spread offenses, and now we're seeing it in the NFL. Those same guys using their speed to make plays in the backfield, similar to that one.
And, you know,
Hello, everybody. Larry Ridley welcoming you to Madden Ultimate Team. It's the NFL on EA Sports. On deck, we've got a great matchup in store between the Denver Broncos and the...
First down. Here's the run with Anderson. And he stopped immediately there. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. And now a timeout called by the Cowboys defense. It's just their first. They've got two more to use here in the final stages. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. They run with Anderson. He's been the bell cow tonight. And he'll fight forward to about... And now the Cowboys are going to call another timeout. That'll be their second, so one more chance to stop the clock here. And we'll be back. Let's see if the defense tries any pressure here on 3rd and 8. Back to the ground. This time it's Hillman. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
One of the things I love about this game is there's a match of wits throughout the game. Who's going to get the advantage? Who's going to catch someone off guard? I feel like the offense thought they might catch the defense off balance with that play call, but unfortunately, that didn't work for them.
This will be taken at the 10. They'll call that a punt of 59 yards. Tough to do better than that. And the Cowboys will be backed up to start the drive. They'll have it 1st and 10. Bryant, the lone receiver left. He'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Help me out, partner. Was that incomplete?
That was on a deep ball to Dez.
And that's a surprise. The way he attacks the football in the air, it's always surprising to me when he doesn't complete a pass like that.
Back to throw. And Hill with it over the middle. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. To To throw is Brady. He's got time. Bringing it in, Jackson left side. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair. Running right is Anderson. And he will. And now a timeout called by the Cowboys defense. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Again, Anderson. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain that time, and it leaves him with 3rd and 11 coming up.
Well, he didn't make headway on that one, but he's had plenty of carries all night long. I just wonder if maybe he's a little bit tired from toting the rock that much.
On 3rd down, Ronnie Hillman. A loss, and now the Cowboys are going to call another timeout. That'll be their 2nd, so 1 more chance to stop the clock here, and we'll be back. Here's Britton Colquitt now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. He'll send this away into the Rocky Mountain Night, and it's a good one. And not a great punt here. Out of bounds in the air. They're going to say this one doesn't even get to the 40. Here's Britton Colquitt now, as he's on to punt for Denver. Boy, that went straight out of bounds, and that will set the return team up in the red zone already. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. From the left hash, this from 37. And McManus able to put it through. And that will push the lead up to 5. So they get the 3 here, but you wonder whether that's going to be enough.
Yeah, I mean, you've now made it so they need a touchdown rather than a field goal to catch them. But you're right. If they'd gotten 6 out of that drive, this would be a much different game.
To return, this now Jacoby Jones. And a nifty return there as he's all the way up past the 40-yard line.
And when you're facing a deficit on the scoreboard, you're just looking for something to get you right back into the game, and that's the spark that they were looking for. They got it with that big return.
Brady to throw. Jackson's got it over the middle. And he eventually goes down, but not before reaching the 30-yard line. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. Back to throw. And this is caught at the 8. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10 to the 7. And they do spike it in time with just 1 second remaining. One final try now for Brady. And this is going to be caught. It's caught. And they've won the football game.
Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Yeah, I know only one of them counts, but this one, looks like it's going to lead to a victory. I know we're not supposed to count anyone out, but with that little bit of time left on the clock, it'd take almost a miracle for them to lose this one.
It would, and this is going to sound cliche. It's been such a great game. You just hate to see one side lose, but, hey, they earned it. Oh, man, we just saw it moments ago. What a great...
Welcome in, everyone, to another edition of the NFL and Madden Ultimate Team on EA Sports. Coming up, we've got a good one.
Time starting to run out here in the fourth. This defense just trying to keep the offense off the board and preserve this potential victory. They start on the ground with Elliott. And he'll get it up here this time to the 21. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains. They're going to hurry back to the line now. They go play action here on first down. And he whips that one incomplete there. The new acquisition, Martellus Bennett, the intended target. And it's second down. So this offense really needs to make something happen here late in the fourth with the football. Brady will try again on second down. And he comes back with one complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. He's back to throw. It's Hill, complete. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables. Otherwise, they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
On second down, Elliott. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
They'll look to throw, and Hill with it over the middle. And down inside the 15 he goes. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff.
Yeah, when we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running.
He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the fourth.
Wow.
As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
And no, it's incomplete. So they can't convert for 2, but they still have the lead as we get toward the end of the fourth. So they're unable to stretch it to a 3-point lead. Now you got to be careful on the kickoff because a field goal obviously beats you.
Definitely, and that's why they went for 2. They wanted to make sure a field goal wouldn't beat them. Now they're in a position where they've got to cover well and make sure they don't get into range and put one through the posts.
And Denver getting set to take the field. What do you do here down like this in this situation? Do you maybe just pick something out of the playbook you haven't called in a while, or you call it a day?
You can do that, or you pick something that's a staple for you and should work better and try and execute that on the way out the door and maybe get back to base and feel a little bit better as you end a ball game that's been a frustrating one for you.
And we'll see if they go back to base. He'll look to throw. A dump off to Anderson. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. And the spike comes with just 12 seconds left to go. Will the defense dial up the pressure? Let's see. 3rd and 11. Back to throw. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a first down. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Welcoming you to Madden Ultimate Team.
And, of course, the quarterback in this situation, he's realizing time is becoming a factor. Let's see if they can get some points on the board here late. On second down, here's Lynch. And he's got some space here. And avoids the contact by sliding. They got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets him a new set of downs. And this will probably be the last play they can squeeze in here before the 2-minute warning.
Defense always has to be careful in this situation. A lot of teams like to take a shot.
Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. Now a play fake here on first down. Finding time. Stays on his feet. Green's got it over the middle. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. It's a big play there for the Broncos. 34 yards. And they're going to speed things up here. Back to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up second. He's back to throw. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away, and now it's third.
It's a tried-and-true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. Now down by 5. They've got to go for it here on fourth down. Here we go. Lynch on fourth down. It's caught. He finds Norwood. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Jordan Norwood, 39 yards. And the Broncos have taken the lead here in the fourth quarter.
And touchdown, and congratulations, and 0 relaxation ahead of them, right? Way too much time on the clock for them to start.
And he's going to be taken down. It's a sack, and they fail on the try for 2.
I think we can figure out why they went for 2 there, right? Up 1, you want to make it a field goal difference if at all possible. They didn't get it. Now they've got to play some defense down the stretch.
Yeah, not much margin for error now for your D. They just have to get it into range. On the counter, Elliott. And some space here. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40.
Dance class, anyone? Did you see the steps between the quarterback and the running back on that counter play?
That's what you need for a good counter.
You have to have it because you're setting up your blocking. There's a timing element as well, but they have to marry up their steps. Otherwise,
and he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game.
And how about that? Defensive coordinator perfectly in sync, dials up a blitz, and the man in the middle, he's the one who gets home.
Big Mike.
Big Mike.
And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here. And he's certainly not a guy that drops that football very often.
Indeed, because that's a bit of a surprise. I know he's in the middle of some traffic and people, bodies all around him, but he usually has the focus to haul that one in.
They'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left. The target that time was Vincent Jackson. Now fourth down.
Looked like they had an opportunity for a big play across the middle, but he didn't have the concentration or the focus necessary and dropped it before he could haul it in.
He'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Broncos are close to finishing off this football game. So they'll trudge off the field with a bitter taste in their mouths after that failed fourth down conversion.
Yeah, there'll be a lot of analysis there on the sidelines. Was it the right call? Was it against the right defense? Should they have even gone for it at all? Will that change?
And now a timeout called by the Cowboys defense. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Offense looking to avoid a 3rd and long at 2nd and 10. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. They'll try and wind down some clock here with Anderson. And nowhere really to go there. He'll take this up just shy of midfield. Well, partner, there's something special about a game in the snow. Just always fun in these elements, although a little chillier up here in the open-air booth. The only thing that's not fun... And let's see what the defensive coordinator may have up his sleeve here to try to get this final last stand and win this football game. They'll come out in the pistol. On second down, Lynch. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up third.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in a cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion. And both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
Yeah, I think the blitz there really disrupted the draw.
Yeah, and it's usually when you catch them in a blitz, the draw works pretty well. If you're the offensive coordinator right now, that's visor throwing time, isn't it? Because that's supposed to work in a big way.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on fourth down.
All right, here we go.
Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Got a man. He finds Sanders. Going to be a pickup of 10 yards. And on fourth down, they're able to convert and move the sticks. And the offense moving quickly to the line.
Here we go.
Back to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. 22 yards on the pickup there. And it's a first down for the Broncos.
Here we go.
Lynch to throw. And caught right side, Green. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. He's back to throw. A dump off to Anderson. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out.
Offense.
10 yards still left on second down. Back to throw. Backing up. And this is caught. Touchdown. And they've taken the lead here in the final minute. So they went to the big boy in a big spot late. He provided, and now they're in the driver's seat.
And Brandon, size does matter in this game. All right, you can go to the slot guys, you can do all of that, but rarely have we ever seen a tight end described as diminutive, right? We just don't get that. Big target, big catch radius, that gives you a comfort zone as a guy throwing the football.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field stands.
It took them an extra look, but they found out it is a touchdown indeed. The official says this one counts. Lynch going to try and throw for it. And he's going to go down. Can't get rid of it. So a sack on the two-point try.
Well, that decision to me was all about pulling up the chart. You know, that beautiful chart that tells you when to go for two, when to go for one. I do love it. It helps you with your decision-making during heated times. And just look at it right here in this point of the game. Go for two. Try and make it a field goal difference.
But now just up one makes the rest of this fourth quarter a little more interesting.
Yeah, they followed the chart. They just didn't get the 2 points on the board, did they?
Nope. They'll look to throw. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. They'll give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs. That's what they need right now. Get the first down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. Call it a 3-yard gain, and that'll make it a 2nd down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. So incomplete on 2nd down. Now they'll look to convert here on 3rd. He'll look to throw. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield. Complete. It's a gain of 20 and picking up the 1st.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
This one complete to Jordan Reed. 18 yards on the pickup there. And the Cowboys are going to get a 1st down. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Cool under pressure right there, escaping the pocket and finding what I think was not his primary. And he's got it. It's caught for a touchdown. And they have taken the lead here in the final seconds. So with next to nothing left on the clock, they get Charles what should be the game-winning touchdown catch.
That felt so much like practice and preparation coming together. So many times your last practice of the week, you score the game-winning touchdown. Everyone leaves the field feeling good about themselves. They got it done for real in this situation.
And they can't convert. It's incomplete. But they still have the lead here in the final moments of this game.
Well, I don't think it takes much to crawl into their mind, right? Why they went for 2 there, even though they were unsuccessful. With this type of a lead, what they're worried about, right, and less than 10 seconds on the clock, what they're worried about is just giving up the touchdown.
Yeah, on the kickoff return.
Yeah, so you go for it here to try and ensure yourself. Now they've got to make sure they cover it, otherwise they could actually lose.
Now let's go. 3-19.
One last shot for Lynch. He's going to let it fly. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very
Welcome in, everybody, to another edition of the NFL.
Well, time not on their side here. In fact, a lot going against them. They do have a small glimmer of hope.
No one likes to play extra football. They want to go for the win right now.
Bryant, the man in motion right. Now Brady. Caught left side, Bennett. And he eventually goes down, but not before reaching the 30-yard line. A good pickup there of 20 yards. And quickly, they get to the line. Back to throw, Brady. His throw incomplete. He was looking for his tight end there, Kyle Rudolph. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Very difficult night for the guys on offense. They've got to be looking at each other in the huddle and on the sidelines. How are we going to find some open space to complete a pass and find open room to run? This defense all night long has squeezed down the passing lanes, made plays on the football. It's really been a thing of beauty for them. He's got to figure, all day long prepping for the game, they had to have talked about it again and again. Squeeze passing lanes, and we'll be in great shape.
And they're going to hurry back to the line now. Brady going to throw. That's complete right around the 8. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Tyreek Hill with 6 seconds remaining. And the Cowboys have broken the tie. So they do get it across for the game-winning touchdown, barring, of course, something crazy happening on the kickoff.
So if we take the crazy out of it, that's the way you close the game out.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This is fielded a couple yards deep. Oh, a heck of a move.
Man.
And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. 3 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. One final shot. They'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some time.
Welcome in, everyone, to our EA Sports Studios.
Tie game here. Time starting to run down. The defense really needs to try and keep this game tied, see if they can get the ball back for the offense. They start the drive with Anderson. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Give him a couple on the run there. It'll be 2nd and 13.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. And the offense can string something together, but they'll need to do it quickly here to try to get points on the board and win this game. So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. And they're facing a big 3rd down now in this tie ball game. On 3rd down, Lynch. And this is caught. Demaryius Thomas. Past the 20. And all the way home for a Bronco score. Demaryius Thomas, 68 yards. And the Broncos have broken the tie.
And there's the go-ahead touchdown. And so likely we'll kick an extra point. But to me, I'm looking forward. Special teams now with your kickoff, and then your defense, that's where the pressure shifts.
Yeah, because there's plenty of time left on that clock. Anytime you're over a minute in the NFL, there's a chance. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. Tyreek Hill on the return. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy. Well, any caused incompletion is good for a defense. But when you add to it, you get a little hit on the quarterback, knock him to the ground, make him think a little bit, hopefully knock him off his game, especially in a game of this magnitude, this tight in the fourth quarter. That feel pretty good as a defense.
And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well. And now they're in the hurry-up. They keep on the ground with Elliott. They find some open field here. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
Back to throw. Bringing it in, Jackson left side. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you can get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
Underneath for Johnson. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be...
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. He's back to throw. Deep drop. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Von Miller in there to drop him as the clock continues to roll. They're going to hurry back to the line now. Back to throw. He completes it to Bryant. And they do get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. And as the 2 teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. One final try now for Brady. And it's caught. It's a touchdown with zeros on the clock. And an extra point will send us to OT.
And that touchdown means a decision has to be made. Do they kick the PAT and tie it up, or do they go for 2 and try and win it right now?
And now they're going to go for 2 and a possible win as this crowd rises to make things difficult. Brady's going to look to throw. And he's got it. It's caught. What a call with no time remaining. And with that 2 points, they win the game. So let's recap. How about the guts in this one? You score on the final
EA Sports coverage of the NFL is on the air. I'm your host.
The offense certainly looking to score some points, but they also need ball security here late as we get down to the final moments of this one. In motion right is Bryant. Elliott. And he'll lose yardage on this one, back to the 13. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. On 3rd down, Elliott. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he'll get it up here this time to the 21. Give him 8 yards on the carry, and that's going to bring up 4th down.
I like what they were thinking on defense. Just guard the first down sticks. Don't let anyone pass that. Didn't matter whether they threw it or ran it. They just ended up rallying to the football on the running play and stopped them short of a 1st down.
Brady not coming to the sideline. They're going to go for it here on 4th. Now Brady got to have this one. This is caught by Jackson. And he's brought down after a good gain. Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. He'll look to throw. And Hill with it over the middle. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion. And they're going to speed things up here. They'll look to throw. Looking for his running back, and he's got it. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains. Back to throw. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. He's back to throw. A dump off to Elliott. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
And the next snap coming inside the red zone here. Back to throw. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
After all the preparation, all the practice, a play like that will absolutely break your heart. They had everything they wanted, just unable to complete it. In the end zone, a big-time drop.
That is caught. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Jordan Reed in the final minute. And the Cowboys have taken the lead here in the 4th quarter. A fantastic football game and a late lead change here to put this team up. Now they have to respond defensively.
Was that the breakthrough they were looking for? Was that the one that puts them over the top? Unfortunately, there's still time left on the clock. They can't relax yet.
So that effort gives them a 3-point cushion and guarantees that a field goal going forward won't beat them.
Yeah, that's really good strategy because that's all you care about. Not getting beat at this stage. At least give your team a fighting chance.
The return comes now from Jordan Norwood. And his guys are going to start their drive right at the 20-yard line. And the Cowboys defense, they march back out onto the field. They've got a situation where a field goal ties it. How do you defend this? Because you obviously don't want to give up the touchdown. How aggressive do you get?
That's always the key, isn't it? Where is the line on aggressiveness to over-aggressiveness? And I think most coordinators are looking at it like run your regular defense, add some pressure packages, because really the 35-yard line is the one you really want to defend. At that point, you're thinking you're probably giving up 3. Anything outside of that, you feel like you've got a chance to hold them.
So they'll be in search of the proper amount of pressure. Looks like the defense in press coverage here.
Looks like a nickel set here defensively on 3rd and 2.
Yeah, maybe expecting a throw. Throwing now is Lynch. He's got time in the pocket. He's going to let it fly. It's caught inside the 25. A huge play there for Denver. 51 yards. They'll come up with split backs in the backfield. And they're able to spike it with time remaining. And now in field goal range here with a chance to get this one to OT. So now a timeout called by the Cowboys defense. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. With 3 seconds to go, if it's good, we're off to overtime. And his kick is good. And that'll tie us at 30-30. And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
This is taken just shy of the 10 here. And a good effort on the return there. Gets them across the 30 to the 33-yard line. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. They're set for their first drive here in overtime. And this is where the crowd can really become a factor.
They've had to battle it all day, but I know what you're saying. In overtime, that gets doubled, doesn't it? At least, because now the crowd really wants to be involved and help their team. And that first drive can dictate the whole thing because they know if this team takes it downfield and scores a touchdown, it's game over.
And it's been loud in here so far.
So what's the old expression that quarterbacks like to use when they decide to throw the football? I'm looking for either a touchdown or a check down. And he took the check down on that play, and it worked almost to perfection.
Brady now on first down. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
That was a classic example of trying to run with the ball without securing the catch. He was thinking about those rack yards instead of making the catch first and then taking off.
Now Brady, he's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. And the offense moving quickly to the line. Throwing on first down is Brady. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. Martellus Bennett, the intended receiver, and that'll bring up second down.
Not too many things get to a quarterback of this magnitude, but I think it's safe to say that pressure can get to any quarterback.
Now, he's obviously a great franchise quarterback, but felt the pressure, threw it incomplete. They come up in an offset eye. To throw, it's Brady. It's intercepted. Picked off by the free safety, Darian Stewart. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. A costly mistake here in OT.
And you know what they say when you throw an interception like that in overtime? You don't usually get a chance to throw a second one. I mean, I'm not sure the analytics on it. Let's ask Marvin, our statistician, to ring that down for us.
And got his man complete. It's a big play there for the Broncos. 34 yards. Well, we haven't been shortchanged on offense. Another fun play to watch there on the deep pass.
This game has the feel of, what, a turkey bowl, a Thanksgiving day. You know, when we get together this year and the Davises and the Gardens get together, that's what our playbook's going to look like. Like they're drawing them up in the dirt, and so far it's working for both of them.
And Green with a catch left side. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. Who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not there.
Not in this situation. How about the corner defeating that logic and making a really nice tackle?
And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, Hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
Lynch to throw. And Fowler's got it. And finally out of bounds, just a few yards short of the goal line at the 3. A huge play there in overtime. 55 yards.
Coaches really don't care from what position they get this, but run after the catch ability, rack ability, is often the difference between winning and losing and changing field position.
So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels.
Here we go now.
They'll run for it with Anderson. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Hey, a lot of points have been scored in this game, but what a nice play by the defense. Stepping up on that one. Maybe they'll get things going in their direction after a play like that.
Second and goal as the offense looks to try to punch it in. And he's in the end zone for the touchdown and the game winner in OT. We needed extra time to decide this one. The rushing score in OT finishes it off, but all throughout, really just a great game to witness.
I agree, and the whole time we were...
EA Sports coverage of the NFL is on the air. I'm your host, Larry Ridley, and this is Madden Ultimate Team. On deck, we've got a great matchup in store between the Denver Broncos and the Dallas Cowboys. The Cowboys come into this challenge game knowing that they're in for a dogfight. And you can bet the coaching staff will be preaching all the buzzwords: intensity, effort, execution. They'll need them all and more if they want to get out of here with a W. With kickoff straight ahead, let's check in with the two men who will be calling tonight's game as we say hello to Brandon Godden and Davis.
So this offense really needs to make something happen here late in the fourth with the football. Bryant, the lone receiver, left. Brady to throw on second down. He's going to let this one go deep. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had to fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. The Broncos going dime. 2 extra defensive backs for third down.
Playing pass all the way.
Shotgun now for Brady. And he fends him off. Surveying the field. And this is going to be incomplete. And you really can't pin that one on the quarterback, Charles. The O-line, they've got to protect better.
And they know it. That's their meal ticket. They want to take care of the big guy behind them. In this case, they let him down.
Now Brady got to have this one. And he's got Ezekiel Elliott. Ezekiel Elliott going to take it the distance. And he's going to be taken down deep into Bronco territory. An unbelievable play there on 4th and long. 67 yards.
We know it's tough enough to pick up first downs on third down plays. But when you go for it on 4th down, sometimes you're actually just praying. And on that play, the prayer was answered.
And leading here late, so a chance for the defense to really close out this game if they can halt the offense. Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. And he's got this one down to the 10. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
They go to Elliott again. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. A 5-yard gain, and now they're set up 1st and goal.
But we always talk about good down and distance, allowing offenses to expand their playbook. Well, 2nd and 2, that means your playbook's wide open. You can run just about anything.
He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the 4th.
Wow, wow.
He's got the hat trick now of rushing touchdowns. Also has his team the advantage.
And I'm looking at it 2 ways here. If I'm on defense, I don't care what they do now. I commit as many people as it takes to slowing him down running the football. Even if they want to hit me over the top on play action, I just don't let him beat me that way anymore. And if I'm him, I'm in the huddle calling the plays myself. I don't care what play call comes in. I tell my quarterback, guess what? You're handing it to me again.
And if I'm the quarterback, I'm saying, okay, that sounds good, right?
Smart quarterback.
Brady will look to throw for it. Eluding the pressure right. And he will get into the end zone to extend the lead by 2 more. So they make the decision. They want a 3-point lead versus a 2-point lead, and they got it.
Yeah, at this stage of the game, it seems like the exact right thing to do. Put a little pressure on your defense, but the biggest thing now is you're making the other team chase you.
And to no one's surprise here in Denver, that'll carry through the back of the end zone for a touchback. And Denver getting set to take the field. Thomas, the lone receiver, left. Back to throw. A dump off to Anderson. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It'll go as a gain of 12, and it'll be first down Denver. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. And under 20 seconds now as the spike comes with 18 ticks remaining. So they're still at the original line of scrimmage here. Second down and 10.
Detroit!
They'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds.
So many offenses want to include their running backs into their passing offense and be able to swing the ball out or check it down to them. But sometimes those guys are just not as comfortable catching the ball as they are running it.
He'll look to throw. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by David Amerson.
And that one, oh, it's going to hurt big time. You're in the 2-minute drill trying to get your guys down the field, and it's looking like they're going to go up just short, as this is definitely not his best throw. And it'll wind up being intercepted.
The give is to Elliott. And no room that time, getting it to about the 46. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be second and 8. A lot of scoring. There's no doubt about that in this one, Charles. Points, they were not at a premium. They were pretty easy to come by.
They were, but it was fun, wasn't it? Because both teams finding ways to click. And you know people who love this game, they also love baseball games that are 14-11 with 3 or 4 home runs mixed in.
I'm Larry Ridley in Orlando. This is the NFL on
And they'll start this drive with very good field position. They'll come out in the pistol. Again, we'll see the pistol here. Bryant, the man in motion right. They go play action here on first down. Caught left side, Bennett. Touchdown, Cowboys. Martellus Bennett, 30 yards. And the Cowboys use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Boy, it's nice to have that big, reliable target you can go to.
Each and every time. A lot of people see that position as a fallback. Throw it to them when all else fails. Not at all. This guy can make plays, and that's exactly what he just did.
Yeah, play here for a touchdown. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And with a new rule, that decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he only gets to the 20. And coming out now, the Broncos. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Lynch fighting. He fumbles. He lost the football. And they've got it very deep in enemy territory. It's inside the 5 at the 3-yard line. 1st and goal.
Well, partner, here's where team football gets tested a little bit, because I know the defensive guys were over there chilling on the sidelines, and all of a sudden, they heard the sudden change call because that fumble puts them right back on the field, and they've got to go out and finish the game now themselves.
Absolutely. Nursing that slim lead here in the 4th, a costly turnover.
How many times when we see an incomplete pass, we just look at the receiver and say, should have caught that one. That was a drop, and we just put it on the offense. How about a little credit for the defense there? They just forced an incompletion.
Yeah, especially after starting in a tough spot defensively, but a good start there on 1st down.
That'll give them a little extra confidence there, starting, as you said, in a tough spot and being able to make a play on 1st down.
And Brady will sneak it. Calling a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal.
Hey, give them credit. That's a good, solid game there in the sneak, because it all comes together. Enough space, get forward, gain yardage. Well done.
Brady's going to sneak it. No gain on the play, and what to do now on 4th and goal.
No gain? Quarterback sneak? No gain? Aren't you supposed to get something out of that?
Yeah, needed a full yard there. Likely the play of the game here, trailing in the final quarter and going for it on 4th and goal. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. Martellus Bennett with now 2 4th-quarter touchdowns. And the Cowboys have taken the lead here in the 4th quarter.
Did you see them hold up 4 fingers to the start of the 4th quarter?
They were ready.
They were definitely ready. They may or may not have done that, but they certainly have played that way. The 4th quarter has belonged to them, and now the lead belongs to them as well.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told, as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The defense for the Cowboys getting set to go. And they forced that fumble the last time, and when it happens on a previous drive, you kind of get thirsty for it to happen again.
No doubt about it, because the person who created the turnover or the takeaway, he's getting the gold star. He's going to be the one we look at in film session and go, way to go. Everybody wants that praise from the coach. That means the next time out, you want it to be you.
Do they still hand out gold stars?
You know, amazingly enough, it's the simple things in life that motivate these guys.
A sticker, just a little gold sticker.
That's it, little helmet sticker in college.
Yeah, put it on your fridge.
NFL, put a little gold sticker on their scouting sheet. Things like that. They love that stuff.
Makes them feel good. To throw is Lynch. The catch is made. Benny Fowler. And he's brought down after a good game. A good pickup there, 26 yards. So there on that play, offensively, they ran the crossing route. Defense was in zone coverage, so as a former DB, how tough is it to defend that?
It's really difficult because your natural inclination is to chase the receiver and maybe leave your zone. So you have to have discipline in order to talk to your other coverage guys and let him know that that receiver's crossing from your zone to the next zone. He's coming your way. Make sure you have him. And then when the ball is actually thrown, secure the tackle. When they're moving on crossing routes, if you miss a tackle, it usually results in a big play.
He's back to throw. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. And quickly, they get to the line. Back to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
When defenses get to the quarterback that quickly, a lot of times it's called a jailbreak. It wasn't quite that fast, but fast enough that he had no time to look downfield and set himself to throw the ball. And as he tried to do that, he was hit, and it forced an incompletion.
They'll come out in the pistol. Back to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by the legend, Ray Nitschke. Boy, What a turnaround. They exited the lockers with a nice lead, and now all of this. What's happened?
So when you start to write your novel, you'll start out with, it was a tale of two halves, won't you?
Right, but I'm a bad writer.
I don't know exactly what happened because sometimes teams can go in with a...
And he loses the football a second time.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get them home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. 13 yards there on the pickup, and it'll be first down, Cowboys.
Really good, skillful, tough running throughout this contest. Picked up first down after first down. He's got to have a nickname, doesn't he? How about the human first down machine? I think that fits.
Well, Charles, the forecast called for rain throughout the entire game, and we got rain throughout the entire game. But these two teams, they had fun getting dirty.
presently here in our Orlando studios, getting you set for this edition.
Now Brady throwing on second down. Benjamin with it over the middle. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. That one good for 17 as they're set up better now for third down.
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision, and receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
Looking for his running back, and he's got it. And that one good for 16 yards and a first.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time. That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the quarterback a really nice target.
Oh, no, he lost the football. And they will take over at the 29-yard line.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. Really nice starting field position here for the offensive unit. They'll give to Elliott. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup there. And it'll be a Dallas first down. Time starting to run out here in the fourth. This defense just trying to keep the offense off the board and preserve this potential victory. Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. Red zone opportunity.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. A nice pickup of 14, and it moves the stick, sets up a 1st and goal. And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground. And Brady will sneak it. He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the 4th.
Wow, wow.
And they wasted no time right down near the goal line, and they just sneak it in.
Just do what you need to do. Big guys going up front, have the field general, the leader, just fall in behind them.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This will be fielded at the 8. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Now onto the field, here come the Panthers. And that last drive was very, very balanced, pretty methodical. You think they go that route again?
I'm always of the school that until they stop me from doing something, I'm going to continue. And I think that that's exactly what they'll look to do. But the beauty is the balance that they've created sets up opportunities for big plays. Looks like a run, turn it into a play action, and throw one deep. Well, how about keeping your head about you in this situation? No more timeouts. Finds a way to get out of bounds. Now they can breathe a little bit as they contemplate what to do on the next down.
He'll look to throw. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. It's the former Patriot Devin McCourty. And the return will stop right around. Around the 25. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. The clock cannot be stopped here. Defense can't do anything. So kneel it down, take it home.
No doubt about it. It's what you practice for in winning situations each and every week. Victory formation. Take a knee and go on into the locker room and celebrate.
Call it a victory. One man in the backfield, Elliott. Well, I know at points in this when you wanted to close your eyes because of all the points that were being put on the scoreboard. You're a defensive guy, but it was a fun little track meet, wasn't it?
It was, and you know.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL is on.
Second half starts with a carry by Elliott. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. And the play goes for 19 yards, gives him a new set of downs.
The more football I watch, the more I want to check and see if teams are going to panic when they're down on the scoreboard. And this team has shown no signs of doing that. A lot of the time, they come out after the half. Things haven't worked so well in the first go-around. They want to throw the football like crazy. But the way to open up throwing the ball is to run it. And they've run it well here to start the second half. And once again, leverage wins. The offensive line, lower than the defensive front. They moved them and found some good space for the guy carrying the ball.
From the pistol, here's Elliott. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
In motion right is Bryant. A give to Elliott running left. Down to about the 22 here. 8 yards on the... pick up, and now they'll have some options on second and short. So this brings up a 2nd and 2.
Well, if you like the guys who run the ball, you're enjoying watching this. But the other guys, especially the defense coordinator, trying to figure out an answer on how to slow down the running game, I think maybe he starts to call more blitzes because you can call run blitzes in order to try and get more people to the point of attack. The defense won that play so fast that I think if the running back even had time to notice if anyone was there, it was just a blink of an eye, and there was a loss on the play.
To throw, it's Brady. Gets it to Benjamin. It's caught. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. Into the red zone, it's Brady. That's complete right around the 8. And eventually stopped just shy of the goal line right around the 2.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
So it'll be 2nd and goal when we return. We played 3 quarters. You are watching Madden Ultimate Team on EA Sports. And we're back now in... It's the Cowboys in possession of the football, but they trail here as we begin the 4th quarter of play. Brady's going to sneak it. Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal. They got to have 6 here. It's 3rd and goal. And Brady, and he'll get in. Touchdown, Cowboys. Tom Brady, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Cowboys have cut it to within a score. So he's able to sneak it in, and credit to the guys up front.
Oh, without a doubt, because they have the leverage on this play. We always talk about low man wins and one-on-one battles. That's exactly what happened there. Their offensive line, lower than the defensive front.
He hits the big target for the 2-point try. Defenses hate those guys, especially around the goal line.
It's hard to decide who you're going to put on him. Are you going to put a smaller corner on him? Are you going to put a safety who doesn't have maybe the same coverage skills? How about a linebacker? He may have the size, but he's not used to really covering in space. That's why the tight end gives you such a great advantage when you're throwing the football.
And now back onto the field. Here comes the Cowboys defense. They have to recover a little bit. Last time they couldn't stop the run. They really couldn't stop the pass either.
And it wasn't just physically. It's mentally, because the offense appears to be a step ahead of them. No matter what. Call, it's working, so they've got to get something figured out. And usually, you need a big play to get things turned around.
They gave up the touchdown on that balance attack last drive. Now this drive. They'll try and grind some clock. It's Stewart. Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28. And in this situation with the lead fourth quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
The intended target that time was Jonathan Stewart, and that'll make it third down. Incomplete pass on second down. Let's see what the offense draws up here on third. They go play action with Stewart. Now Newton. And now a fumble. The ball's out. Call it luck or skill, whatever the case is. They're feeling good about just keeping the football there.
Yeah, the biggest thing they're calling it now, our ball. I mean, they don't care if it was luck or skill. Boy, the panic that jumps up in your chest when that ball's on the ground, whether you get it or your teammate gets it, just as long as you retain possession, that's all you're looking for.
And his throw's going to be incomplete. They were looking to get it to Kelvin Benjamin there. And now it's second down.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. Here's the option going right. And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40. It's a gain of about 3, but it's going to leave him with third and still 7 yards to go. And at this stage of the game, time a factor, time on their side as they just try to eke out the final precious moments of this one. Throwing on third down, Newton. And he dropped it. Now it was tipped, altered the ball a little bit, but he dropped it. And now fourth down.
But, partner, anytime someone tells me that fundamentals are leaving the game, I'm going to show them this play because they couldn't get to the passer. So what do you have to do? Get your hands up in the passing lane, and they batted it away on a third down attempt.
Oh, it's a wobbler here. Taken from just outside the 30. A special teams mistake there, no doubt. Just 26 yards officially on the punt. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Here's the Dallas offense now heading back out onto the field. And they're hoping to capture some of that magic they had last time out when they were able to put together a scoring drive. But they're still down here, Charles.
Not the major concern, though, because of what you talked about. They scored the last time out. They feel good about themselves. They feel like their game plan is now in effect. They know how to attack and what plays they want to put together. But they've got to keep it moving in the right direction because, as you did note, they are down on the scoreboard.
Good work to pick up 7 yards there. That gets them into a 3rd and 1 situation. Getting late in the fourth now, Charles. 2-minute warning just around the corner.
Yeah, some teams just want to get to that spot, take a breath, and then come out and attack for the rest of the game.
So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They face a critical third down now, needing a score here in the late going. And he's got a first down as he's up to the 48. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
Everyone understood their role on that play. 3rd and 1. You know, the defensive guys, they're trying to get down and get low and get leverage on the offensive lineman, but they didn't allow that to happen. They created a crease and allowed him to get through for a first down.
He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. Give him 11 on the gain there. And the Cowboys are going to get a first down.
I'm going to show my age here a little bit. We used to talk about running backs catching the ball as safety valves. Nowadays, they're a big part of the passing offense.
Quit acting like you're so old. You're only 65. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. So 2nd and 10 here. They'll come out in the pistol. A 20th carry here for Elliott. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
And that certainly felt like an example of the defense just saying, okay, we've had enough. We're getting mashed all night long. About time we got a good play in. But flip it over to the offensive side. They've got to be really upset that they allowed a play like that to happen. They were pitching such a great game.
Now hang on here. Timeout called by the defense. So the defense had a chance to catch their breath, and now they're back out and ready. And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. Brady's going to sneak it. Give him 3 on the play, and they're able to pick up the conversion here on 4th down.
Well, if it's 4th and 4, 4th and 5, maybe you think about the field goal there. But on 4th and 1, this is a way to tell your offense, hey, I believe in you. You can do this. And sure enough, they're going to pick up the first down.
He's back to throw. And Kelvin Benjamin's got it. And he's brought down. It's a pickup of 14 there. And it'll be first down, Cowboys. Quick pass play there on the slant, Charles. Works out well for the offense.
The offense loves it. The defender hates it. Hard to get through the body of the receiver to get to the football trying to cover a slant.
They'll look to throw. And he's across for the touchdown. And it's likely the game winner here in the closing stages. We have witnessed an exciting game, just got a little bit more exciting. They take the lead here late.
And they put the pressure on the other team because there's just not a lot of time left. They'll have to run a fast offense to try and retake the lead themselves.
Brady will look to throw for it. It's complete. And he is into the end zone to bump the lead up 2 more. So they go with a pass, and it works there on the 2-point try. Charles, just in general, what are your thoughts passing versus running on 2-point conversion? Situational?
It is situational. You have to know your team. What is your strength? Because so many people think you have to throw the ball on a 2-point conversion, but the stats will tell you that running it is about as proficient. So know your team and go to your strength.
Here's the Carolina offense as they get ready to take over here. Critical condition here, obviously. Got to hope to get something quick right and then maybe take that shot deep.
And once they do take the big shot, you've got to worry on defense. Of course, no one getting behind the defense and make it an easy throw. But nowadays, it's not just the ball being tipped in the air and people in the end zone in a cluster. It's that guy that's short of the end zone who comes up and ends up making the play because he goes unguarded. So there's a lot to think about if you're playing defense in this situation.
We'll see if they can cover all their bases. And he can't hang on to it. That would have sealed him. Instead, 2nd down.
Well, I guess we just discovered that someone is certainly not going to sit back and just take it in this game, huh?
No, they were trying to get that touchdown back in one shot.
One shot, trying to help out his defense and let the other team know they were coming after him.
Back to throw. He's going to let it fly. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Night Train Lane. And they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line. Charles, when plays like that work, It's a thing to behold, but sometimes we see why they're very deep in the playbook.
And how many times have we been at practice and heard all the other guys chirping about, you know, I used to play quarterback in high school, I can do this, until it becomes a game situation. Not quite the same in many cases.
A great come-from-behind victory in this one, Charles, and really the difference, obviously, was that fourth quarter.
Welcome in, everyone. I'm your host, Larry Ridley,
and not great starting field position here for the offense. One man in the backfield, Elliott. Bryant, the man in motion right. And they'll give it to him here. Nice stiff arm.
Underused, but still effective.
And he is out of bounds, able to get it across the 20-yard line. So it'll be first down here after the run.
Well, so much for him being bottled up throughout the day. Finally finds a way to break through and get a really nice gain. The defense had felt great about what they had going. Now they've got to turn their attention to getting it back in that direction. Can they bottle him up again? Because I'd say after that run, confidence is pretty high for him. That's another nice run, and I have to tell you, some of the coaches that I played for, their philosophies were always different when they see a guy running the ball well. Some of them wanted to immediately go to play action and throw it now because it's wide open. While other coaches said, you know something? Until they stop him, that big boy's going to keep getting the football. And that might be the direction that they're going to go right now. And after that type of a run, there's some talking going on down on the field, but it's not trash talking. The guy who just carried the ball, he's going back and telling his offensive line, great job, keep it up, and we'll break that one soon. Well, on that play, the expression, don't blink, you might miss something, certainly applied. That was fast. Defense diagnosed the play, and it was over in a heartbeat.
He'll look to throw. He completes it to Bryant. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40.
And fits the exact right word. Over the middle, there's almost always traffic, so anytime you're a receiver in that area, you're not just focused on catching the football. You're wondering where the collision's going to come from, right? Because there's almost always someone there able to concentrate, catch it, and even added a little extra at the end with a short run.
And a nice gain of 21 yards.
You know what's really hard for a big-time running back? It's patience. Being able to hang in there when the runs aren't there, when you're taking some hits early in the game. But this drive, oh, he's come alive, and in a big way. Now he's starting to gallop.
And now with the play clock winding down, Jason Garrett opts to take a timeout. It's just their first. They've got two more to use here in the final stages. So it's up now to one of the most accurate kickers in NFL history, Justin Tucker. And this one is right through. And it's celebration time on that sideline as they have taken the lead in the final seconds. And you know, in an era of cost-cutting and maximizing your roster, this is a club that does not skimp on special teams, and in these situations, it pays dividends.
And that's great vision by the organization. When the difference between winning or losing depends on who you have kicking the ball, would you rather have a street free agent out there or a solid pro like this? Answer's pretty evident to me.
Hello, everybody. Larry Ridley welcoming you to Madden Ultimate Team. It's the NFL on EA.
Shift together here from the D-line. On second down, here's Lynch. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. Demaryius Thomas, the intended receiver, and it's third down.
After watching him drop that slant, I can hear my old coach's voice ringing in my ears right now. You can't run with the ball until you catch it. Trying to get those rack yards before he secured it.
On third down, Lynch. And that is incomplete. He was trying to get it to Benny Fowler that time. And now it's fourth down. But pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it. And in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
And now a low liner. I think he mishit it. Officially just 27 yards there on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. They'll try and get the running game going with Elliott. And he'll work this one up to about the 38. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
What a way to start a drive. An excellent run, a tone setter, and now, if you want to take a shot on second down and go play action and make it look like the same exact play and throw it over the top, you can do so because you've established the run in a big way.
Again, it's Elliott. And an alley to run. And he takes this one all the way across midfield into enemy territory down to the 40-yard line. A tough run by Ezekiel Elliott, the 4th overall pick in the 2016 draft.
If you watch tape of him in college, you saw plenty of those runs because I know the highlights showed him in the open field breaking away from people, but that's how he wore down defenses, those exact type of runs.
A handoff left, Elliott, and some room to maneuver. And he'll be brought down just outside of the 30. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here.
And that's the kind of run that gets everyone excited on offense. And, you know, oftentimes the guys who carry the ball are the ones in the huddle doing the chirping. Right now, I think it's the offensive line telling them, run it again. We are right there about to break a big one. And that run was what a lot of people call an explosive run. Gave them good yardage, solid yardage. They feel good about the whole thing, and they did it behind a 2 tight end set. It's always interesting to watch what offenses want to do with the 2 tight ends. Sometimes they line them up together for a power set. Sometimes they put one on each side of the line of scrimmage to balance things out. No matter what, though, when you see 2 tight ends on the field, your first thought is to think of run. In this case, the offense was able to run successfully.
They'll run with Elliott. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs.
Whenever we meet with coaches and they always talk about wanting to establish running the football, it's oftentimes with a good tight end who can control the line of scrimmage and the point of attack, and they're becoming harder to find because the colleges are giving us a whole lot of receiving tight ends, former wide receivers who can run, not necessarily block very well. In this case, though,
back now at the home of the champs, Sports Authority Field in Denver. All even as we get ready to start the 4th. 10th carry now for Elliott. Only a couple yards there, and that's going to set up a long 3rd and goal. Defensively, I think they can smell a stop. Ball right around the 5 here, brings up 3rd.
And I think what they've done is they put doubt in the minds of the offensive guys. What do we do? Because now you don't have a go-to play. Either side they pick, throwing it, running it, it won't be easy.
They fake the handoff. Now Brady. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. Martellus Bennett, a 5-yard touchdown. And the Cowboys are in for 6. What a great weapon. So often, such a big mismatch.
And there's no route he can't run. You name it, he's going to do it. And he's a matchup nightmare for the defense. No matter who they put on him, he's going to win the battle.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Short kick here, fielded about the 17. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. The Bronco offense now set to come back out onto the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in.
And down he goes. The pressure getting to Lynch. Howie Long. He's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage.
Well, how about that? A dime set on defense, 6 defensive backs. None of them blitz. They're just back there in coverage. Defensive lineman gets the sack.
That's where the O-line, they go to the sideline, they keep their helmets on so the cameras can't find them, right?
Yeah, the cameras can't find them, but I know one thing. The O-line coach will.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Play fake to Hillman. Now Lynch. He's got time. And he's going to be hit and driven into the turf. Howie Long in there to get him for his 2nd sack of the night.
Brandon, what I remember most about playing with guys who knew how to rush the passer, they would just tell you, just cover people for me, just long enough for me to get there. And that's exactly what happened on that play.
And he puts a little something extra into this one, by far his best of the night. And he did get it back, I do think, yes. So no turnover on the punt, and it'll be a 1st down.
I know there's no magnet in the ball, but sometimes for the punt returner, after such a scramble, it sort of feels that way, doesn't it? He has it, he loses it, somehow the ball finds its way back to him.
Atone for his sin, and you know he's taking a deep sigh of relief right now. They'll start the drive with Elliott. And he takes it across midfield to the 45. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2. Well, they'll take that every time with a lead. 1st down, 4th quarter, getting 8 yards. You love that.
They will take it, And you have to ask the defensive guys, why did you give it? I mean, you know the situation. You're down, have to stop them, have to get the football back. But 8 yards on first down puts them back on their heels.
It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains. Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And now the Broncos will burn another timeout here. So a defensive timeout, chance to regather, regroup, and get set as we resume action. They'll come out in the pistol. A first down carry by Elliott. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. It'll be their third and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. Here's Elliott. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. It'll only be a gain of a yard, and it sets up a 3rd down and 4 now.
Well, I think we know by now that every run is not going to be broken and get all the way to the end zone. But these short ones still have their value. You can still set up the play action and throw the football. You control the clock because you have the ball and they don't. And often the physicality sets the tempo for the game.
And this defense, they needed that one more stop to have any chance, but that completion, that's likely going to seal their fate.
And you can hear it in your voice, that one more stop.
I feel their pain.
Oh, it was so important. It just didn't get it done. Wow, what a way to finish this one off.
A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you primed the pump all week. And
welcome in, everyone, to another edition of the NFL and Madden Ultimate Team on EA Sports. On deck, we've got a great matchup in store between the Carolina Panthers and the Dallas Cowboys. The Cowboys interplay here tonight, knowing they've got a tough one.
This is Elliott. And he'll take this one up close to the 25-yard line. They get 2 yards back, but they're going to need a lot more than that here on 3rd down.
When the 4-3 defense is functioning really well, you know who stays what we call clean and no one gets to him? The guy playing the middle linebacker position, the guy we call Mike. That means the defensive front is eating up all the blocks and just let him go to the football and make a play. And the Panthers bring in their nickel set as they try to defend here on 3rd down.
5 defensive backs. Another carry tonight for the workhorse Elliott. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. That one good for 14 yards. And that'll bring up 4th down.
This offense really put themselves in a tough spot on 1st and 2nd down and needing long yardage to try and pick up a 1st down. And they ended up getting a great run. Explosive, picked up nice yardage. You don't expect to be in this situation on 4th down. But guess what? It all started with what happened on 1st and 2nd down. Really put them behind the 8 ball.
The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2. Now Brady got to have this one. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he's got the 1st down yardage before being taken down at midfield.
Well, it all came together on that one, didn't it?
Big time throw on 4th.
Now that had to feel good, didn't it? Taking that type of a gamble there and making it pay off. What a throw.
And tough as a receiver because no matter how perfect the pass, you know it's 4th down and you got to convert.
A little bit of extra pressure, but he overcame it.
They run the counter now on 1st down. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. And he lost 6 there on the 1st down play. Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down the wire. Back to throw. Benjamin with it over the middle. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. A nickel back added defensively as they look to stop this 3rd and 8. He's back to throw. Looking for his running back, and he's got it. Oh, no, he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Panthers.
Well, that simply is a missed opportunity. They're in position. If they take the ball downfield and score, they got a chance to win the game. Instead, they cough it up. I don't think next week at practice is going to be a whole lot of fun for him.
On the other side, no bigger time to force a turnover when you've got that small lead.
Yeah, and when you look at it from the offense's perspective.
And now a timeout called by the Cowboys defense. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. They keep it on the ground again to Stewart. And he will. And now the Cowboys are going to call another timeout. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Stewart is the lone setback. And he'll get it up the middle. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down. Here's the Panthers punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. It's taken to the 26. And he is out of bounds on the other side of midfield. A terrific return there. 27 yards all told. And the Cowboys are going to take over in great position here with a 1st and 10. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. 1 possession game. Time very much a factor. How does the offense handle this situation?
Well, in a lot of cases, they should be somewhat relaxed. And I know that's counterintuitive because this is a pressure situation. But this is Friday practice every week of the season. You go over this situation, having to go downfield, limited timeouts, got to get out of bounds and keep the drive going and set yourself up. Defensively, you can't just lay back and let them do whatever they want. So it is a cat and mouse deal here. How much pressure will the defense bring, and how much pressure can the offense handle?
We're going to find out. And the offense lining up 1st and 10.
And he got it done in the passing game on that play. It was almost like a run because he caught it right around the line of scrimmage. Either way, he got a big chunk of yards after making the catch.
He was trying to get it to Ezekiel Elliott. That'll bring up 2nd down.
It's always tough for the guys throwing the football when they think they've got a completion and the ball's almost there, and then someone sneaks a hand or 2 in and bats it away.
Back to throw. This will be caught at the 2. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Vincent Jackson with time running out. And the Cowboys have taken the lead here in the fourth quarter. Now an important extra point here to stretch this lead to a field goal. So the quarterback drops to throw, looks over, and boom, a guy that wide open, he has to be thinking, wait a minute, this is some kind of a dream. This is too easy.
Yeah, a great dream. One you don't want to wake up from. But for the defense, almost feels like there was a bust in coverage.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. On the return, it's Ted Ginn Jr. Three receivers to the left, one to the right. He'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
And you just know when that play call came in, their eyes lit up, because anytime you get a chance to take a big shot downfield, that's a lot of fun, and they missed an opportunity.
One last throw here for Newton. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done.
Hello, everybody. Larry Ridley welcoming you to Madden Ultimate Team. It's the NFL on EA.
They'll give it to him right up the gut. And this has been a recurring theme tonight for sure. Nowhere to run. Back to the line of scrimmage, that's all.
So they held him to a short gain on that one, and it almost felt like on that first run, they were trying to just throw the jab at him. So how do you stop the jab? Get closer and smother it, just as they did on that last play.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he puts his head down and gets up to the 42 for a gain of about 6.
Okay, he didn't break that one all the way, but you got to know that he feels like he's right on the verge, and that's probably exactly what he's telling them in the huddle right now.
Play clock winding down. They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And down he goes, but the stiff arm utilized effectively there, and it helps him move the sticks.
On third down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the first down marker was and getting there.
And on the ground they go with a running back. As he's got this down inside the 40 to the 39. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
They've been struggling in the passing game. Do you like the aggressiveness there? I mean, it worked on that play, but do you like it?
I do, because a lot of the time you're struggling because your passing lanes are clogged. That usually happens when you're throwing the ball underneath. People start to press up on you. Push them deep. Find some space and open things up again. Being aggressive there, I think, will pay off for them.
That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Tremendous field position there and a perfect time to do exactly what they did. Take a shot at the end zone. And they went for the big play, just unable to complete it.
And here comes play number 6 on this drive. On second down, Johnson. He'll get forward for 3 down to the 16-yard line. In on the tackle there, Luke Kuechly. Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7.
When we talk about Luke Kuechly, you can't talk about his overall game without talking about his intelligence.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Dez Bryant, a 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Cowboys draw a bit closer. And they will line up now for the 2-point try. And that score there makes this a much more manageable deficit.
Agreed, because before that touchdown, this looked like this was about over.
So the 2-point conversion successful. And around the goal line, especially on 2-point tries, sometimes the QB's best friend is that big target, the tight end.
I love how you described it, because you know he's going to have some length and some catch radius, as well as a big body to keep people away from the football.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. They'll come out in the pistol. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. Looking to get the ground game going with Stewart. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Second down following the run. Three quarters have come and gone. You are watching Madden Ultimate Team on EA Sports. And we're back now in Charlotte. This one's still anybody's ball game. It's a 1-point difference here as we begin the 4th quarter of play. Stewart is the lone setback. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. The 4th quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
Here's Newton. And the Cowboys pressure gets there this time for the sack. And the defense coming through on 3rd down. A loss of 7 to bring up 4th. And they weren't in zone coverage. They were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
Here's the Panthers punter now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. Returnable here from the 38. A 46-yard punt, 4-yard return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. And now here come the Cowboys. And they're going to need another score. Got one last time, but still down here.
When you're playing catch-up, every possession becomes crucial, doesn't it? It's vital. Get back out on the field, punch it in the end zone again. They know it's not easy, but what they do have going for them, they did score the last time. They think they've got a good formula working.
And what about the defense?
Well, now you're just saying to yourself, okay, gave up a score last time. What adjustments do we need to make to slow them down now and get the ball back for our own offense? Is it more pressure? Is it more zone? What do they have to do? They're trying to figure that out themselves.
We'll see if they can figure that out right here. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains. And let's see what the defensive coordinator may have up his sleeve here to try to get this final last stand and win this football game.
It was a good, nice, crisp run for a first down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. Second down and a little ways to go here. 2nd and 13. Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. They'll look to throw. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. Offense coming up, needing 2 yards on 3rd down.
All week long as a defense, you game plan to stop this guy as a runner. And then when they start sneaking him out of the backfield and throwing it to him, that totally disrupts.
Now hang on here. Timeout called by the defense. That'll be their 3rd and final stoppage here as we step aside. First down and 10 now for the offensive group. One man in the backfield. Elliott will get the football here. And he's got this one down to the 10. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down.
That was a good run, probably right on the edge of breaking into something really big. So the defensive guys right now are talking about, okay, what can we do to slow him down before he truly gets started?
It's an 8-yard pickup, and it leads to a 1st and goal.
Not too many more ideal situations in 2nd and 2 in order to try and pick up a 1st down. They ran it and picked it up.
They come out here in the eye. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Now here's his, and he's across for the touchdown, and it's likely the game winner here in the closing stages.
I think what we just saw in that drive, partner, is great practice, preparation, and poise. Not only did they score with little time left for them to retaliate, they chewed up enough time along the way while still getting the yardage they needed. That was an impressive drive.
Very methodical. Now, barring something crazy on the kickoff, they got this one. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This will be fielded at the 8. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. One final shot. They'll look to throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by the longtime Raider, Willie Brown. Well, we were on hand for a fun and entertaining game here. Coming down really to that last play. Great job defensively to get
in, everybody, to another edition of the NFL on EA Sports.
And tough starting field position here. They come out here in the eye. They start on the ground with Elliott. It'll be a minimum pickup, and it will take us to the 2-minute warning. It'll be a gain of 2, and speaking of 2s, it'll take us to the 2-minute warning. And after the play on the ground, that brings up second down here.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held them to a gain of 2, and that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
That'll go as a loss of 5, and it'll be a 3rd and about 13. They tried to run the counter, just that the defense wasn't fooled.
And when they're not fooled, you see the end result, because what you're doing there, you mentioned the counter. You're using your offensive linemen sometimes to pull or move to influence the defensive front to go in that direction and create the space back in the other side and block it appropriately. But you're exactly right. Didn't move him. Sat there waiting for him and made the play.
To throw, it's Brady. And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. So now it may look bleak, but this one not over. They do have all 3 timeouts.
Even at this point on the field, where it looks like, you're really backed up, hold them to a field goal. That's the mantra right now. You hold them to a field goal, you still got a chance to take care of business on the other end. But you're right, the 3 timeouts are going to be key. How well they use them to preserve clock as well as stopping them, that's the key to giving them a chance to win. Sometimes the coverage is so good, no matter what you're doing on offense, you just can't shake anyone free. They try their best to find someone open, but they took away every passing alley, every angle, and shut the play down.
And now a timeout called by the Cowboys defense. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Let's see, the defense might bring some added pressure as the offense is dealing with a 3rd and long. And some changes here as the D-line separates some. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Back to the ground. This time it's Hillman. And a nifty little deke. And now the Cowboys are going to call another timeout. That'll be their 2nd, so 1 more chance to stop the clock here. And we'll be back. And now following that timeout, the defense back out onto the field. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. And McManus able to put it through, and that will push the lead up to 5. So a good snap, good hold, and that one's right down the middle.
Never in doubt. Just the way you used to hit them, Brandon.
Fairly short kick, taking it to 14 here. And they'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the 35-yard line. And out now come the Cowboys. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here, because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3. And that's exactly what happened.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end. Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield. But that's okay, because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
And that's caught inside the 35. And he's across for the touchdown, and it's likely the game winner here in the closing stages.
I think it'd be real easy here to focus on maybe a defensive breakdown with that type of a play in this situation. But let's give a little bit of credit here. That type of play is clutch.
Boy, it was clutch, but to turn it back to the defense, how crushing is that? You think you've got this thing won, and in the last moments, almost literally, you lose it.
Snatching defeat from the jaws of victory.
Brady will look to throw for it. That's caught at the 1. And he will get into the end zone to extend the lead by 2 more. So they elect to pass there on the two-point try. Sometimes could prove risky there. It worked out.
Yeah, and I love how you bring up that it can prove risky, because if you get it intercepted and they return it, that's 2 points for the defense, but not on that play.
Fielded about a yard deep. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Back to throw. He's going to let it fly. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up.
All right, I'm going to look you up.
And with that, the ball game is over. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end. But
Welcome in, everyone, to our EA Sports Studios.
on second down, Anderson. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5.
We always like to talk about defense in terms of levels. First level defensive line, second level linebackers, third level defensive backs. On that run, that was what we call a first level run, and it was stopped by a second level player.
Green's got it over the middle. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down.
He wasn't the primary target, but I think it was almost like a check down situation, wasn't it?
Yeah, hoping he can break some tackles, a big tight end, but he couldn't do it.
Yeah, get it to that big frame and hope he can scatter some bodies, unable to get it done.
And here's a fair catch now, and boy, a very short punt will give them unbelievable field position. And from the 9-yard line now, it's 1st and goal. Here's Anderson. Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
On 2nd down, here's Lynch. He goes underneath for Anderson. And inside the 5 here before he's out of bounds, right at the 3. They've gotten it down to the 3, but now this is 3rd and goal.
All right, here we go. Green, 39. Green, 39.
Here is Anderson on 3rd and goal. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
That was a statement stop right there. Now it forces the opposing head coach to answer this question. What do you do on 4th down?
And McManus able to put it through. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So they don't get a touchdown here on this opening drive of the third quarter, but I think you still say mission accomplished as they come away from it with the lead.
Absolutely. You've got to apply the pressure here, make the other guys play catch-up for a while, and now you just hope your defense can step up and protect the lead.
They'll come out in the pistol. On the counter, Elliott. And he'll get this up to about the 40. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll make it second and a foot or so.
Really tough drive, but that run helped salvage something there because now there's something positive that came out of it. They got to see good blocking, good push by the offensive line, wide receivers trying to get involved, a good run by the back. And now maybe it'll be a catalyst for them to look at going forward, watching it on tape. Maybe they can keep incorporating that type of a run into their offense.
Welcome back now to Denver. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the fourth quarter. Elliott. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. 2 yards on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. And they'll need to get to the 35 if they want to keep this drive going on 3rd down. Now Elliott, and some room to roam now. And he's able to get it to the 33, good enough for a first down. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs.
And the tackle's made there by one of the secondary members. And I can guarantee you, having played that spot in the huddle right now or on the field, they're urging for a little bit more support from the guys up front. I actually remember one game where I hopped over a defensive lineman to make a tackle downfield and realized he was 10 yards downfield. That's not good. That's being driven off the line of scrimmage, and you can't have that if you're going to win a game on defense.
Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
And the play clock's running down. On play action, it's Brady. Caught left side, Bennett. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue. And, of course, the quarterback in this situation, he's realizing time is becoming a factor. Let's see if they can get some points on the board here late. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And eventually stopped just shy of the goal line right around the 2.
Well, they're certainly running the ball pretty well on this drive, and all I remember as a secondary guy was if you're making a lot of tackles in a game, that's usually not good for your defense. You've got to figure out how to keep things in front of you because you know there's 3 levels, defensive line, linebackers, and into the secondary. And if the 3rd level's leading your team in tackles, as a general rule, things aren't going so well for your defense.
Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal.
Yeah, partner, they went a little conservative, didn't they? And they ended up marking it short. And now I wonder, will they even do it again on 3rd down?
They've gotten it to the 1. Can they get that final yard here on 3rd and goal? And Brady, he takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the 4th.
Wow. Wow. Partner, that was simply an example of getting low, wasn't it?
It was indeed. And for the quarterback, so they get low the line. They did their job. Is the quarterback's job just to find a crease and dive?
Find a crease and just get in there. And ordinarily, you start low yourself, get low behind that offensive line. But sometimes they do such a great job, you can almost fall forward and find the crease for a touchdown.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Now Norwood. And Denver getting set to take the field. They can't do much at this point, partner. This one is going to go down in the loss column.
You don't make up for what has happened during the game in this sequence here. Maybe you hand it off and let someone run the ball if you so choose. But otherwise, just kneel down, call it a day, and try and prepare going forward.
And it's caught over the middle by the tight end, Green. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. Thomas, the lone receiver, left. They'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete with the clock showing 18 seconds now to go. One receiver left, three to the right.
Green 39! Green 39!
He'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left.
Brandon, I came out of my chair on that one. A lovely-looking deep ball thrown. They were just unable to connect.
Hurry up, here we go! Green!
He's back to throw. Finding time. Pressure from his right, and he goes down hard, flat on his back. Down 4 late. Got to go for it here on 4th down.
Set! Blue 90! Blue 90!
Here we go. Lynch on 4th down. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock. And they're going to come up empty here on 4th down. Apparently they weren't interested in playing the field position game. They opt to keep their offense out there. A big mistake in hindsight.
Yeah, that one backfired. In hindsight's always 20/20, but let's call it what it was. We would have first guessed that one and said, don't do it here. Bad situation. I think they need to be closer to midfield before I would start to think it was a good idea.
Yeah.
And once you start taking risks like that, you're going to have to keep taking them throughout the game, especially when they don't work.
Yeah, at this stage.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL is on
you. And a great spot to start this drive from here. They'll come out in the pistol. And they'll run it here. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. Two minutes remain here in the first half. Back to CenturyLink Field after this. A reminder that when halftime rolls around, Larry Ridley will have all the highlights and analysis of this first half of play from our studios in Orlando. Benjamin with it over the middle. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down. And I see an extra defensive back on the field. Little surprise here on 3rd and 1. Brady going to try and throw on 3rd down. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And they do get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
I think the effort was there, but sometimes the defense is just a little bit better. No gain on the quarterback sneak, no place to go.
They'll try to run it in with Elliott, and he will take it in for a Cowboy score. Ezekiel Elliott, a 3-yard touchdown run, and the Cowboys have cut it to within a score.
I think everyone in the league talks about finishing, don't they? Doesn't matter whether it's a quarter, a half, a game, a series, whatever. But they're finishing the first half in fine style, putting that one in the end zone.
They did, and they didn't leave much time on the clock either. Well done. So they're going to go for 2.
Wait, 20! Let's go. Hey, we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. Easy. Wait, 20.
Brady's going to look to throw. Throws left side. And he's got it. They convert for 2, and that gets them even closer. Now a 2-point game. So they go with a pass there on the 2-point try and able to convert it, Charles.
And a good job by the offense figuring out their 2-point play and using it well. It's interesting how people are using the strategy nowadays, though, isn't it?
It really is, and I don't know how much that particular play factored in, but with the PAT moving back in 15-16, that kind of changed things, didn't it?
It's really a part of everyone's strategy now. When I talk with coaches and when we sit with them, they always talk about they actually have 2-point periods in practice now, something they never really did before. Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive, almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
Glennon. It's complete to the tight end, Bennett. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Now Glennon over the middle, and it's incomplete. He was trying to get it to Marshawn Lynch, and it's 3rd down. 3rd down and 4.
4 down. Here we go now.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
He juked him. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
1 man in the backfield, Elliott. He's going to get the football. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve. On first down, Brady. He's going to sling this deep downfield and nearly picked off. Surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but it does get away and it's second down.
The defensive coordinator came into this game with a plan to get to the quarterback with whatever type of pressure is necessary. It's working to perfection for him today.
And he has got it from 55. Okay, well, so much for the halftime report here. Guy can't even finish his Snickers. We're going to get right to the third quarter. Let me spit this out. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. They come out here in the eye. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. For the sideline, that's taken in by Allen. That throw good for 4. It's second down.
Let's just make this one simple. Could he be any more open than he was on that play?
Yeah, they lost him going to the outside.
Hard to believe because you go through your accounting on each and every defensive snap. Who's got who, what defense you're in. That was totally a blown coverage.
They come up in an offset eye. They'll drop the throw. It's hauled in by Torrey Smith. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield across the 45.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
All right, here we go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be second and 6.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
They'll run again with Lynch. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead them to third down. So following the run, we'll see what they do here on third down. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. An extra defensive back in the game now here for 3rd and 4. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th.
I'm not sure we could spot any tendency here on this third down. They could have run it or passed it. Either one was available. They chose to try and get it through the air, but they were unsuccessful.
On now the former Cowboy kicker, Dan Bailey. This from 54 yards away. And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is.
Boy, oh boy, how close were they to getting themselves a lead. That couldn't have missed by much. It definitely had the accuracy. It just sort of ran out of steam right at the end.
They go back to Elliott. He's been busy. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball. But when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
They go to Elliott again. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
Cuts back, left sideline. The 20. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 to the 5-yard line. A big play there out of the running game. 37 yards.
That's a big league run. Takes him down inside the 5-yard line, and momentum definitely on the side of the guys on offense. And if you're an offensive lineman, you love to run the football, especially out in the field where there's some space. But I'll let you in on a little bit of a secret. Those guys like it in tight, too, because they get matched up and they get to show just how stout they are in a tough situation. They're recommended they run it again. Now, that's the defense that they were looking for, being able to get extra bodies to the point of attack to deal with the big guy carrying the ball. You really don't want to be in a position where it's a one-on-one tackle with him.
On second down, Elliott. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Cowboys. Ezekiel Elliott, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Cowboys will extend their lead. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number.
Back now in Seattle, Washington, where the fourth quarter will begin with a kickoff following the score on the final play of the third quarter. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Now a play fake here on first down. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down. So the incomplete pass brings up second down. Glennon. And over the middle to the tight end, Bennett. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that's going to make it third down and less than a yard. So still in search of the first down after that last completion.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
So third and inches, trying to pick it up the middle. He had nowhere to go, tackled for a loss.
And you know how we talk about double A-gap pressure, meaning linebackers going in the gap between the center and the guard on either side? Well, it's not always to get to the passer. Sometimes you do that to prevent a running play. Worked pretty well in that situation.
So possession goes over here on the punt. And the offense will come back onto the field with a 1st and 10. And the Seahawks defense heads back out there now. And a touchdown given up the last time they were out there, so maybe need to refocus a little bit.
And make sure that they don't start finger pointing with each other, because oftentimes when a touchdown's given up, you say, okay, where did that happen? Who broke down? Who gave it up? Instead, just go back out there, be a unit again, and try and play a little bit better.
Yeah, see if they can play a little bit better on this drive.
But he was stopped on that play. He's had plenty of carries all afternoon. Every now and then the defense is going to win one, but I don't think they'll shy away from handing it to him the rest of the game.
And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
The give is to Elliott. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and it'll be second and very short. Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a second down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. And now the Seahawks are going to take a timeout here on defense. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. So the run gets them the first, and now they operate with a fresh set of downs. A give to Elliott. And they'll stop him. And now the Seahawks are going to call another timeout. The defense, they got a little bit of a breather. Now they're back and set as we resume play. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. It'll be their third and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. One man in the backfield, Elliott. And they'll give it to him here. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave them with a fourth down. Well, a well-executed blitz, no doubt. Great job by the linebacker. Maybe the quarterback, if he could have seen that, could have audibled there.
Yeah, he needed to be in a different play because that one just meshed perfectly for the defense. All the gaps were filled except for the one the offense really wanted to run through, and that was filled by a big man wanting to make a tackle.
And he made a great tackle. Here's Brady, and he's got Bennett. And the broken tackle helps lead to a first down gain. Give him 14 on the play. And on fourth down, they're able to convert and move the sticks. A gutsy decision there, going for it on fourth, but they got it, and that likely puts an end to this one.
Indeed, it was gutsy because there's so many other options they probably could have exercised in that situation, but they bet on themselves, and it paid off.
A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you primed the pump all week.